They started a type of boycott.
Okay.
Because when we are wrote, they sent a comprehensive report of their funding and attack the Supreme Court ruling, the amnesty law, and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from budget to where. And said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. And when Boyka come down, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Rumbi there, and you know where you're thinking, how can I wait Boyka, how can I do it? You go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Boyka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not wrong with them.
You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving our brother for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finished campaign for that kind of woman, then he want to persecute us. You got going to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you?
And the government need to really invest. The people like you that get the type of structure. They come say even they could just be getting you $1 million for the budget year. Every year they give you $1 million. You impact a lot.
If I were president of this country, I should God show you his wonder. You're not believing. We told Joshua for what? You're not footballer.
Yeah.
A football developed country. A football bring medicine in the head.
No.
Yeah, we told Ellen to because she's from Harvard University.
Yeah.
What would the book do for him? No passion for development. Then we move Joshua, we put the meanest man in the whole world.
Yeah.
He had me.
Connections there, you not get it.
You have no connection.
Yeah. Just say that all kind of things that just happen here, you know, I'm sure no he, no tea.
When he was 12 years older, Ellen did not want him to become president. So Ellen did not introduce him to many leaders. Ellen was doing her thing on her own. She was traveling from country to country and kept a man in the garage for 12 years, according to Boyka himself.
Yeah.
That means he was not empowered to meet any leader. When the African leader themselves need support from the West.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All African leaders need support from the West.
Yeah.
No African leader will help another African leader with money for development.
Yeah.
In the West.
That's not a type of boycott.
Okay.
Because when we are wrote, they sent a comprehensive report of their funding and attack the Supreme Court ruling and the amnesty law and everything. And the position statement for those commissioners who decided from budget to where. And said the way forward is the Panama House discussion for peace. Then when Boyka come now, he is deceived by coming there, by the Dillon there, Rumbi there, and you know where he's just thinking, what kind of way Boyka, what kind of thing? He want to go after people. Then, you know, the CDC still control the lower house, the upper house.
Mm-hmm.
So they went, some kind of way, some kind of thing they did, but I think they did a resolution that passed because of money crossing.
Yeah.
Then they sent it to the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
Then something happened. Wow! All that they almost signed to Yombi house. Then they brought it that Tuesday morning. They didn't tell me they had it for me. Oh! Then when I heard what was happening, it was remain 2 persons to sign. That was me, that was Bani, Jim Bani. Now when I went to Kun, I said, what is going on? You were here when we had sent paper, and you were here with our own leadership, and we sent the report with all documents, legal documents, to guide where. Then Baka benefited from the 2010 decision by the Supreme Court to be involved in the election in 2011 because he was not to run with them.
You're right. You're right.
He benefited.
You're right.
Then after serving a Bible for 12 years now, he's now president now. We finish campaign for that kind of old man, then he wants to persecute us. You don't grant to persecute us. So what is going on with Kun? Then Kun said, well, what I will do for you is to help you with lawyer. Your partner said, go look for lawyer. It was from Kun office, my own son office that I went and signed a resolution. I managed to them, why y'all did this? You know what they told me?
No.
Resolution is not a law. So,
and let me say what's up to all of you wherever you are. It's great, and today is another interesting day. I had just been running after a lot of stuff, and I know you've been getting a lot of news out there today. And as a matter of fact, today is a decisive day in Nimba County after all of the election and wahalas and so forth here and there. The results have started coming in, and each party trying to flag out results that could be favorable to them. But again, we will try to guide you towards what to observe, especially in the wake of these elections and these results posting from experience. We'll try to guide you towards it. And our words of guidance will really go towards the candidates themselves and that of pool washers. Even the candidates themselves, they should wash out, because we know when the cheating can take place. We know it is not now, and some may take place now, some may happen now, some may have happened during the voting, but the actual ones really start when the candidates that want to cheat, the candidates that have the upper hand and the activities to cheat, when they see that they are being left behind, that's when they wait to cheat. That's when the real cheating goes on. Every other thing they are doing now, and they may have done, yes, if that which they did during the polls were not really satisfactory, that's when they will now go to plan B. And plan B is the real B, is the real plan. So you will see the real plan B at work. So preliminary results are coming in from polling places, and we are certainly getting there. We are getting words from district number 5. I'm yet to get anything from district number 4 of Musa Hassan Bility and his candidate in Mark and all right. And I'm yet to get any snippet of result from Garrison Yellow's area to know what's unfolding there. These are strategic candidates, and we want to know what they are doing there. But district number 2 is showing signs. District number 1, we've seen something from there, and we've seen something as well from district number 3. Yeah, and Garrison Yellow. Let me say, Samuel Koga's district as well. We are seeing stuff from there, and which speaks that he's in charge of his district. From what we've seen so far, he's in charge of his district, while it is and is making significant gains in district number 1 and 2 from the records of the counts that are now posted on the wall. So we are seeing these things here, but it's too early to call what it is, and we are very much grateful to the Almighty God that they ended peacefully, and counting activities are going on as we speak, and we are waiting to get the necessary results that we can. So the little time we have here, we just gave you a snippet of it, and what our colleagues, other media outlets will be able to update us. We have another crucial engagement on tomorrow. Don't forget, the Supreme Court ruling is coming up on tomorrow on the bit of information filed by Councillor J. Fonati Kofa. Is on tomorrow. So the bit of information is going to be coming up tomorrow at 12. So by 12, we'll be getting 2 news. 2 news. So the 2 news you will be getting there, one is from Nimba County. Yeah, maybe before the afternoon hours or so forth, you may have had, and all it takes to understand where we are with this result. But it's not enough, because I know CDC was in lead and commanding lead until days when the next started to count from the tallying center. That where the problem started, where they will carry the tally sheet and inflate figures. Because at the main place, that result that comes from the tally center, that we're going straight to the neck boss. That where the cheating can really take place. That one is left with the magistrates now to do their own thing. That is if their first line of cheating, such as double voting, all the small one, and yeah, they did. Now, what brought them to this level now you are seeing? So if this one is not impacting them the most, then the plan B, which is the last plan they will have, is to deal with the tally sheets. That one is squarely from the talent center. And you will see things happening from there. You'll see them holding votes from places that you never ever imagined they were. At that point now, your vote there would not matter. That is what we saw. That is what was brought before President Weah. That is what he saw. But again, in the spirit of maintaining the peace and security of this country, stability of this country, he decided to let go. Today, that is what it is. That is what we saw, and that is what he saw. So the results are coming up. From all indications, the results are coming up, and you can see for yourself. Some of the results are coming up already. And don't forget, tomorrow, the Liberia Telecommunication Authority, the GSM company, and so I think we are certainly getting there. So we'll try to share with you some of the screenshots of what we are gathering so far and the districts involved in these areas that we are gathering. But don't forget, we still have our cash giveaway that will continue to play, and we'll also tell you more about latest games and other stuff coming up. So they are coming up. So there is District 1. This is District 1. So I will talk with folks from Ganta City, Nimba County as well to get updates on what's unfolding in these areas. Not just Ganta, but like I said, I want to get stuff from Garrison Yellow's district. I want to get something from there to see what's popping there for him, for any of the Kennedys. But he's inclusive of what I really want to get from there from him. So I'm making sure to see to it that we get something from there from him to make sure that it works out for all of us so that you get all of the information you need. What we do here, we give you the facts, right? We give you the facts. And we are telling you that people have their own way of turning the facts around. They have their own way of turning the facts around on the basis of greed. And they have their own way of doing that. But just to give you a gist of what it is, a friend of mine was able to share with me just a while ago that where the vice president, not his excellency, Jeremiah Kuhn, where Jeremiah Kuhn has his farm, there was a result that came up from there. I saw it. So my friend was able to share with me. He said, this is a man's farm. I said, in school. How do they call it school? Yeah, that was Jeremiah Kuhn's farm. That's his farm. So, so I think with all indications, with all that's going on, we think for sure we and I they CDC put it. So there's let me direct our effort towards the Supreme Court. Certainly, no, you can't do that. You have to keep the people posted. Yeah, you have to keep the people posted. Okay, district number 3. We have some votes from there already, and it's very much good. And we think for sure in the Electoral district number 3, Koga may be doing well there as well. And in district 5, he's doing well there. Then Edith is in district number 1, and I think for sure, yeah, I think it's very interesting for all of us. I don't know, my man, how to call him? How to call the guy? Tai Wangbe's district as well. We also look forward to seeing what happens there. So I'm looking for Musa Berete's district and that of Tai Wangbe's district, so that we see what's unfolding there. So that was what was shared with me, and I will share with you the rest of the screenshots coming from Nimba County. Right? Yeah, I did share it with you. Yeah, so I think it's a huge battle. It's a huge battle, and you can what they call. Edie have never been an underdog in all of the elections that she's lost. She has never been an underdog, and she's proving similar strength again. So she had never been an underdog in all of the elections that she participated in. So there is another one. Okay, so there is the one I was talking about just today. Do we have it on screen? Yes, we should. Yeah, we should have it on screen. Yeah, it is it. It is what I was talking about. So there is District 1, and the school is what? George Dunbar Public School. The area is located in where the chief has his farm, right in his farm. That's where you get these kind of results from. I mean, a whole terrain there had always been. She got 170 there, and Koga got 32, and Mark Blinwell got 40. That's what he got from there. So these strongholds are what we are looking for, and seeing what's happening in these strongholds. So in areas where Koga is, I want to see. I want to get results that anybody will just write out and text it to me. I want to read from the papers so that we know where we are getting. Yeah, you need to be informed as to what it is, and I would think for sure. So, like I said, this is very important. All these screenshots and the things that you are doing from my experience, because at the stage of this election or the going election, we knew where we were. And all these screenshots were seeing them and they were coming, going in favor of this person. When they know that they are not in better position, then they come down to rake it finally. And they know how to do it. So this is where the candidates are supposed to be very, very careful. Don't be moved away by these numbers. We know when the cheating started. It started from the early morning hours. That's when it started. You will get to know all of this. And these things are very visible. They happened in 2023. So we are still counting on. It does not stop here. You may get your results. They may even paste it there. Yes, you have records of the count. It is what we call records of the count, right? At the talent center is where they have the tally sheet. That tally sheet is the one that they will enter in the computer. Then they will send it. Each party will get their stuff then on it, then they send it. The one that they entering on the computer. These are some of the things that they can do. You got to be very careful and know what you are doing. I'm saying it to all of the candidates. No one should be laissez-faire. I'm talking about Edith Gonglo, where I'm talking about Garrison Yelu. I'm talking about Mark Bliwan. They should be alert at all times and stage of this thing until it enters to the neck from that talent center. Because what is sent from there is what the central office will be able to report. We are not here to come and tell you X, Y, Z. No, we're not. The results are pouring out. You are seeing the papers like we saw it in 2023. You are seeing the papers. You are seeing the results. You may somewhat think that your candidate is winning, and don't forget, they will come from the blind side. You know the Unity Party people. They waited until the early morning hours before they started announcing results, because at that time they have gotten assurances from these magistrates that we have done so and so numbering for you already. You can announce whatever it is. So they were now bringing it as per the graph. They will not show you papers. That's why they were not showing you now. Because on the night of the election, what we were doing was showing you records of the count. They were not showing you records of the count. In fact, Amara Kone has said that he was going to be up. They were not going by records of the count. They were going by what the next magistrates are already put there for them. That's what they were going by. That is how it worked for them in 2023. So you are not supposed to be moved by this. That's the plan B that they can execute, which is the actual plan. But when they know that indeed they are winning substantially, yeah, they will forget about that. But when they know that indeed they are losing and they are strong, and they put the numbers together, and they believe that the numbers are not too favorable for them, or they need maybe pretty close to maybe they just need about 300 or maybe 500 votes, or they need 1,000 votes. They say for you to top this person and then get this, you need 1,000 votes. So we need to go look for it. By the time they can go fishing. And the fishermen, they can depend on to do the fishing for them are the magistrates. And those two magistrates down there, they are rogues. You can't trust them. Especially on the night of the election, where they had to scratch out, or the eve of the election, where they had to scratch out people's names and employ their own people. A friend of mine, and one of the senior ranking member, and of course somebody within the next system, told me that they have people from the Unity Party whom they saw in neck vest in Nimba County to execute these kind of plans. Like I'm saying again, these results are preliminary. As the NEC will always say, these are preliminary results. And certainly they are. Things can change. They did it in 2023. They did it in 2023. We know about that. But from all we are seeing here, all of Edith's areas that she had interest in, she's doing well. And I'm just waiting to get some of it. And let me just try to share with you now a couple of them to indicate as to what I'm talking about here so that you get it as well. So this is district number 2. District number 2. And what is the school name? It's a Besela Public School. Besela Public School, district number 2. Right? Besela Public School, district number 2. Let me share with you what it is here. Besela Public School, district number 2. Let me share it with you here so that you see what I'm talking about here. These are results that are favorable for her. But, only but, you have to be consistent and maintain this way. Then I think things will be okay for her. And that's Beseda Public School, right? Beseda Public School is here. You see it, Edith? The first person is Fangalo, and one okay. Got 1, and we have Mark Blinwan got 2. Edith got 266. She got 266. And Pagasin Gompu got 2. Then Samia Koga got 46. Right? That's what you got. So the total number of valid votes from there is 218. So if you match this with 266 versus 46, that is Edith's. Then we can go now to Samia Koga's district number 5, where we are getting some updates from there. But let's come back here to this one again. Stay in district number 2. Stay at the Bestseller Public School. Edith got 145. Koga got 55. That's the Bestseller Public School, district number 2. Right? That's where we are yet. Yeah. So these are some of the results that you are seeing so far. Stay there in district number 5. Okay, let's go district number 5. They call Bole Old School. This is Koga's area, right? So Koga got 117 here, and Edith got 4. So you see the disparity there. This is why you should be able to look at. You got to imagine the variance. So Edith got 4. Then what is okay? Mark Blinwan got 1, which of course makes it very insignificant for his inroads in that area from the Geo Belt. All right. This one is it district number 6? All right. Okay, stay district number 5 or district number 6. I'm not seeing this too clear. Yeah, I'm not seeing this too clear, sorry. But Koga got 55. Edith got 10. Right? I think that district number 5 or 6, something like that. Yeah. So these are the results that are coming up, and we just want to show you the variances and involving these results. Let me see here. Which district is this again? Wow, that one is really blurred. Very, 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 very blurred. So we seen CMC, Mark Blinwan got 33, and Gonglo got 17, and Koga got 70. So you are seeing them as they are, right? Good. So let me try to see whether I can place a call out to the People's TV correspondent there who will help us to give all these details as we are going on tonight, right here on this very day. So let me go on to this and see what happens there. That is it. So keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open till the final whistle is blown. Keep your eyes open till the final whistle is blown. We want to know what are those results that are there coming up from Nimba County. But the intimidation was very high. The turnout was low. Perhaps fear of some scuffle or so forth. Yeah, that could be basis for that as well. So that could be the basis for that. But the intimidation was very high. The police presence, the security presence, that could be for good security reasons though. But again, in the interior and so forth, our people, when they see Soya people everywhere. So let me speak with Woos from the People's TV, and he's there in Ganta area, he and his team. So let me just try to hear from them what they have observed so far and how our activity is going on there. And Woos, let's hear from you. Woos, how you doing? Okay, Boga.
Online TV.
All right, Boga. Let's hear from you, Nathaniel. Yeah, the activities in Nimba County had closed down. Especially county activities are going on now, currently as we speak. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. So, which one of the areas specifically you guys have covered?
So, just from Ganta, which was district number 1, and Kankopie High School, where we have one of the voters were registered. So, I have some results. Which one we have?
One of the candidates, or one of the candidates?
One of the candidates, which was my Edith.
Okay, but I'm Edith Gonglo. Okay.
Yeah. So I gathered some results from there, and I got all here. So I'm going to be reading it out to you.
Yeah. So let's just hear it out. Yeah.
Okay. So we have polling place number 1, and polling place number 1 we have Samuel with the vote of 70.
Okay.
And Edith 117. That's polling place number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So polling place number 2 we have Samuel with a vote of 75, while Edith with a vote of 110.
Okay.
So polling place number 3, a meeting place.
Which one of the areas you are? Polling place number what?
Polling place number 3.
Okay.
Samuel with a vote of 74, and Edith with 114.
Okay.
Polling place number 4, Samuel with a vote of 56, and Edith with 168.
Okay.
And polling place number 5, Edith with 111, Samuel Konga 43.
All right.
And lastly, which is polling place number 6, we have Samuel with a vote of 60, while Edith with a vote of 173.
Great. So from the look of things that you have seen in Ganta around there, it said that which one of the candidates really put up a substantial fight as compared to Edith or closest to Edith from what you have observed so far?
So from my observation, the only candidate that push toward Edith is Samuel, because all people are 0 and their points are low. So right now we are looking at 2 candidates, which is Edith and Alonso Samuel. So those are the 2 people that are competing right now.
Wow. So this Edith and Samuel Koga, they are competing right now. And there are other areas as well you people are supposed to have visited and should be visiting. Let's hope and pray that we hear from you guys from those areas as well.
I can give you another one from the JWPSN.
Yeah, the JWPSN, that's another famous school that always pulls some results for candidates who are in contention. Let me hear that.
Okay. So for polling place number 1, we have Edith with a vote of 48.
Mm-hmm.
And Samuel Ponga with a vote of 56.
Okay.
So polling place number 2, we have Edith with a vote of 50 and Samuel Ponga with a vote of 40.
Okay.
So polling place number 3, we have either with a vote of 121, with Samuel Kwenga a vote of 68.
Okay.
So putting place number 4, we have either with a vote of 101, while Samuel Kwenga with a vote of 79.
Okay.
So lastly, putting place number 5, we have either with a vote of 101 and Samuel Kwenga 68. So at the Judiciary here, so there were 5 polling centers. So that was the last one I just called.
Wow. All right. So thank you for that. Thank you for that. We appreciate that, my brother. We hardly appreciate that. So that's what we are saying. Now, you are getting a gist of what these results might look like, right? So you now want to heavily depend on what's happening in other districts, how to reach areas. We are yet to get results from those areas. And these are areas where internet issue is a challenge. Maybe transportation is a challenge. And so you will be able to have some challenges with that. But in JWPSN, like I just told him to go on, we have Edith Gonglo where is there, and Koga is challenging. And Mark Briwon is nowhere near there. Then in Koga's district, it is Mark Briwon, and Edith is not challenging there as well, which poses a serious threat to Edith, because you're supposed to be challenging in your competitor's district. And your own control areas, you don't expect them to put up a challenge there. Those are some of the things that you got to be looking at. But again, you want to see what's happening in other districts as well, to see how well that candidate is doing well in other districts as well. So want to see what Koga is doing in district number 9, going on to district number 4, talking about district number 6, district number 2, which of course is not favorable for him so far, except for district number 1, where we see him putting a bit of challenge, not as compared to what he's doing, which of course is low in district number 2. So we want to see these districts, what's unfolding there. It's difficult to just tell from respective strongholds as to what it is now. But I think Edith ought to have been doing well in Koga's districts to challenge there, move for second spot, but she's not in second in those areas. She's third. And not just third, but in district third in those areas, unlike in the result that was just announced. So we are looking at what's happening, and of course, seeing very much skeptical about what may be happening. But like I said, it is not over now, because I know exactly what they did in 2023. Cohen and his guys, they are capable of doing same again. They did it in 2023, and they are capable of doing it again. So never ever think that it is going to be over as yet. It's very, very important, because they waited last minute to time before they started announcing their results, because at that time they wanted to be sure that their guys have already aided them with it, and they didn't deal with the records of the counts. Similar trend is following now on Facebook. You're not seeing them dealing with the records of count, except for Koga's area that you see people trending with it. They are not dealing with the records of counts. They are not trying with that. They are not striving with that. They are waiting. They know where to hit it. So we got to be very, very careful in understanding some of these results and that are put here, because you will now go to your candidate area, put some of these results that we are seeing. Yeah, they are coming up very favorable. They may look to you, but you want to really see how it ends up at the talent center. And that's where the real battle is. So you have to be very, very careful as you go up and down with these results. And we think for sure with God, all things are possible. But there are a lot of things that this election has exposed. It really tells you that there is nothing they can do without these kind of hostilities and that of cheating. Now, you will get to understand that indeed, the vice president had never demonstrated that he has Nimba County under his control in his gone election. In this election, this ongoing election, because the process is still ongoing. So in this ongoing election, he had not demonstrated that. So if a strong and united force stands up against Den in Nimba County, a strong and united force stands up against Den in Nimba County, it will be quite terrible and brutal for the vice president. That is exactly clear from what we have sensed in this in this election. A strong and united force stands up against them. It's finished. Because that grip that used to be there, that Prince Johnson grip where used to be there, no. And whether you are now spending money here and there, it will not play out. Because you can see it clearly. Areas that is spending money. See the number of turnouts in those areas. Very, very poor. People ate the money and went and sat home. So all the people that were coming in their numbers to collect money from them, eating the other money, where were they? You couldn't see them today coming up to vote. They stay away. So it tells you that money was not an attraction. No. If their money will ever work, maybe it will work in the pockets of the next staff. But it did not work in the pockets of the electorate. Their money did not work there. Look at the turnout. Look at the number of votes. Areas that you're supposed to have over 500 persons or so forth, though we know there is a by-election, the turnout may not have been as this, but your money must have get those people turning out in areas where you spend the money. Your money must have helped you to get people turning out into areas where you spend the money. But that is not the case. So that's what I'm saying. They will resort to plan B. And I know they will resort to plan B. They did it in 2023, and they are capable of doing it again. Because they are now in the seat. And they can do anything to live up with that. But that's not a good thing for Kun. Kun is not a good guy in all of this. He's a terrible guy, and he's been exposed bigly. Unity Party in Nimba County, if it is Nimba you are depending on, it's very, very weak, because what's going to be happening now, from what we are sensing this election result, I know it's not going to be that Prince Johnson style of whooping and, of course, getting the result as it is. No, it's not going to work that way. So any candidate that wins, whether Edith or Koga, it's not going to be that easy. If it is tight, and even Edith wins, it's terrible for them. Even if it is tight, and of course, it'll be good for Edith, but of course, if it is tight, and then Koga should win, it's terrible for them. That's not a good result. And that's nothing to guarantee that Nimba County is in the hands of Jeremiah Kwankun. Right? Yeah. So we are watching to see what happens. If we can get a couple of results from district number 4, like I said, it's still tough in the secular PA belt. That's where Musa Ability is. In fact, that's where he is. We want to hear from the secular PA area to know what's unfolding there. Whether Mark Greenwald is doing well there, because you want to see the candidates who are in the very election doing well in their areas. Yeah. So I think it's very much good. And Erin Dennis, yeah, I think you put it right. It needs to maintain a margin of 73% to 17% lead more in the minor areas, and also maintain 35% of the votes in the Gil areas to pull a victory. As it stands, it's not looking good because she's not up to 25% yet in the Gil areas. And let's hope that Mark and Garrison will each have at least 25% or more in the Gil areas. Far and classic analysis here. And I take that. I take that. Thank you so much for that. That's exactly what ought to happen for Edith Gonglo Ware, so that she could come up victorious. She needs to maintain. That is, which is very much important from what was just said here. It's very much important. You need to maintain the percentage lead. You need that percentage. 73, 75, even 70 can help. 70% lead in your area over your nearest competitor, which is Samuel Koga. You need that there. And then you need to be maintaining a little in Koga's area or the Gil belt. And that will be very much essential, and to pave a way for her. So it is, yeah, we are certainly getting there. Little by little, the results are coming up. And some folks are posting, and Zor Ganta 1, district number 3. And let me see here. No, I don't trust some of these results that are coming here. You know, the guys are doing all sort of things, so you got to be very careful. The ones that are just rating like that, yeah, I'm very careful with them. And which district is this? No, I need a snapshot, and which will be helpful. Let me go to DTV online. We need these results. We don't need it from district number 1. We need it from district number 5. We need it from district number 4, and the rest of the other districts that have to do with the Gale Belt. Those are the areas we need results from now as we speak. That's what we're looking for. All right. So we have something from district number 6. All right. Yeah, we have something from district number 6. 1032. No, there's no 6. Okay, Koga 55, Edith 10, then Mark Bliwan is 32. That's what we're seeing here. So far. And in district number 2, no, I've gone district number 2 already. I'm looking for district number 6 and 4. I'm looking for district number 6, 4. I'm looking for district number 6, 4. District number 3, Edith 166, and Koga 46. So let me go again. Where are we going to? I still need result from district number 4 to see what's unfolding there, which is very, very important for everybody. No, we don't have this. All right, so that's it. And we are still looking at these results as they are coming up. We'll try to share them with you, but those are the analysis that you must keep in mind. Preliminary results, and Gompa City, no, I have gone, and yeah, so we think for sure with God all things are possible. We are certainly getting there. So you have to do everything you can to move on. And okay. Let me see. So Samuel Koga is fighting in several other districts as well. I think he's doing good in his district. He's strong in his district. And these results are coming over and over and over and over. And let's see what's unfolding here. A couple of results are announced here. New Seneca Public School and put in place number 1. We have Edith Gonglo 74, Koga 65. New Seneca Public School put in place number 2. We have Edith 90, Koga 52. And we go to New Seneca Public School put in place number 3. We have Edith 68, Koga 60, and that's a great fight. Koga keeps putting up in these areas. New Seneca Public School put in place number 4, Edith 86, Koga 57, brilliant. And we're still moving on, and there. So let's come on to the next one. It said Toba Wondoke has 0 in some areas. What is this? That's a new, yeah, that's the other area they're talking about. So we are still at this polling place, and Senekole Vayepa Public School. Polling place number 4. We're seeing Koga 26, Edith 101. So this is district number 3. All right, so that's good. And we are certainly getting there. All right. So things are happening. Things are happening. And we are still hoping to get the results as they come in. That's who's in, who's out, who's getting there. So I think for sure with God, all things are possible. So we can only hope and pray that the results remain as they are coming in. Yeah, that would be very much important for us here. So we hope to get to some of our guys there who are in hard to reach area. That is where we send them. We told them to go into those places, but they know the network problem is a serious challenge, and they wouldn't be back until the show time ends. But things are really, really tough in Nimba County. Yeah, things are tough in Nimba County, and I think Edie has to put up a great fight in her areas. I haven't seen anything yet in district number 4, 6, and I Garrison Yellow district as well. I'm trying to establish contact with him to see what I can get from there. I'm not getting anything as well. So let's hope and pray that it doesn't go Koga's way in those areas. But Koga is putting up a great fight in the Seneca belt. And these are areas that Edith had thought that she would have had commanding lead and control as well. So those are areas that you can find Mano. But with Koga putting up fight there, is good sign for him. And Koga is also putting up some level of fight in Ganta as well. That's good sign for them. District 2, no, not too good for him. But again, you want to really fight in your own territory. And imagine that should be very, 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 very wide. So that's why we got it so far, and we are certainly getting there. When we get these results, we'll try to share them with you. But tomorrow is the Supreme Court's ruling, and that is coming up. And you should be able to brace yourself for whatever comes out of the Supreme Court on tomorrow. Everyone else should brace themselves for it, because we are certainly going to have a decision from the Supreme Court on tomorrow that will now tell us where our country is legislatively. It's on tomorrow, it's going to happen. So let's be able to do everything we can as a country. Now, whatever the decision will be on tomorrow from the Supreme Court, let us hold our leaders to it. It could be from the Kofa side, we should hold him up to it so that he will live up to it if it is even against him. If it is on the it's against the majority bloc, they too should also be prepared. We are going to hold them up to it so that they will be able to live up to that, which is very, very key for our country's democracy. Let's be able to do everything we can and move on as a people. Already, our country is going down the ladder. You saw what happened in Nimba County already. Terrible things happen in Nimba County. State resources were responded the way the guys felt that they could, because they believe that the country is into their hands. And we are seeing it tomorrow. If the Supreme Court come up with this ruling, they will bring that same attitude up and say, look, this is our country. We are now in charge. It's for us. And this is where I expect, and these are not things that I'm doing like rallying people so that they will be able to stand up or so forth. No, but it is important that at this stage, if the Supreme Court comes up and the government and Joseph Boakai, the executive, does not want to back the Supreme Court in whatever decision, especially if against the majority bloc, and Boakai does not want to back the judiciary, because the executive is the backup to the judiciary. They don't have teeth to bite. No, they can only back, but they don't have teeth to bite. What makes democracy very, very unique is that the executive has that teeth to bite. They will back and come up with what it is, but it is the executive that has to work in line with it. Too bad. Very, 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 very bad that our country is going down. And from the election result in Nimba, whichever way it goes, it only tells us that the country is now on the right trajectory for the biggest calamity in the nation's history. And I say right. You know why I'm saying right? Because the thing that's supposed to happen will happen no matter what it is. It's on that path for it to happen already. And whether you go up, you come down. There is a July protest that is already set out by the Stand Group headed by Moba Molu. And there are other things that will happen. And I'm going to show you that this country is headed for something else. The security forces have already made themselves that it will be against the citizen when that starts. It will be them versus us. It's about our country. What the guys did in Nimba County is a classic example of what they may do in 2029. You may even not want them to reach to 2029. You never want to even bet to reach them to 2029. I'm telling you the truth. The guys are terrible. Look, the country where it is now, the country looks like a place where nobody has any rights. A country where certain group of people believe that it is their entitlement and only they don't want to have that right to make political statements. And other people dare not make it. If they make it, they will be sacked. They will be dismissed. These are the people who are posting You will see them politically. The election are going on now. Only Unity Party officials who are working in government talking about this election in Ganta, in Nimba. You hardly hear any opposition person who's working in government to post anything about the election to say no, either will win, the opposition will win. You hardly hear that. That's one party state mentality. We can't continue that. Where you keep certain group of people silent all of the time, and then only you won't have that right. Who more early than is already making political statement? Look at Patrick Warner. He says there he makes political statement. But if it were to be anybody else from the other side making that statement, then there is a problem. You think we want to continue like that? No. When you say some of these things, then they say, oh, AB didn't want to bring. No, you people cannot take this country and look like you made a country to look like it for you. It can't work. What happened in Nimba is total intimidation. I hear say, oh, Koga getting white vote in una era because there was no transparency. This is where they did the battle stuff and thing there. That's why they deployed the military in Koga's area to scare away people from raising issues. I'm not saying he's won or whatever it is, or Edith won or whatever it is. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying the kind of thing that they have done. Look, we must shine our eyes. It's not just an ordinary election that you should look at in Nimba, right? Shine your eyes on what it is. Most of these officials of government, you got that one group of guys that came to me in my office, Jenna. They say the tough that we are built in West Point. They say the commissioner said nobody will go there. The guys said they want to have their program at one of the public schools in West Point. The guys sat and said nobody should go there. I say, but you don't even know what to do to those people in the community there so that they will come to their senses. You are saying that you're not in non-score, then can say that they got out of the country for them. Public facilities that for us, everyone else to use. One commissioner can say that because a part Joseph Boaga denying George we are this that. Then they see community, the commissioner can say here in the community and tell you, you know what to do to him. You should know. Look, you engage him. Look, there are times that you sleep on your rights. And you don't have to allow no nonsense there happening. One crazy commissioner sitting down somewhere wakes up and say nobody will have access to this thing. But that your power farm is for you. Did you see United Party public school rating there? Or you saw Joseph Boaga rating there? Then you're sitting there and lying these people in the community doing the kind of trash then to you. You're not able to take action. You want to say that. Look, in the communities, if you can study little actions, by walking up to them and challenging them and telling them, say, what we are asking for is not your power farm, it's not your personal property. If we can find peace in this community, you and your wife and children will never find peace in this community. When you start telling these people, they will come to their senses to recognize that you people are people who also have rights to these things. No things are built from taxpayers' money. So if you come from West Point, one commissioner can sit and say, we'll not get a point in the place. Look at the nonsense they did to President Weah. You know, always call him president. Whether you're lucky or not, I will call him president. Look at the nonsense they did to President Weah. The man asking for the PHP power on Saturday to have game with his friends. He will pay for it. And he was denied. Okay, that one, that public facility, right? But we're talking about in communities. One thing I know about communities, I remember, let me say congratulations to my man Super 7 and he and his team. They ended their tournament over the weekend. The St. Paul Bridge community area. I think they ended their tournament. That history of the, you know, one thing I love about community people, they don't take nonsense from people. That one thing I know. You can be whoever you can. Look, even the government can want to sell land. If the community decides they play at our football fee and they play here for us, whether the government goes or it comes down, you can never sell that place. The community has power. That is what we call community power. Look, I'm not focusing on the Nimba election because what happened there that successfully was executed by Jeremiah Kuhn and his team, if you're not careful, if you think you will wait for 2029 to think that, oh, Unity Party will peacefully let for all to carry them to 2029. Unity Party will democratically create a space so that they will not create any space. If you don't start creating space for yourself, Unity Party will not create that space. In a community, just start creating spaces for yourself. They will not give you it. They are living right there with you people. You start creating spaces for yourself. They will not create it. I am saying this. If they don't create it, you create it. Because they are there as government. They're supposed to provide. The burden is upon government to provide the enabling environment for citizens. So if the government are supposed to provide the enabling environment for citizens, is that government that trying to intimidate the citizens and make life uncomfortable for them? Where recreational facilities, where people in the community will go and say, okay, our children are going to play. They are going to. Then somebody sit down there and say that a power farm and you should be able to deny that you're able to visit that one. So, well, that thing we're talking about in this country where you say, oh, responsible citizenship, that don't kind of complain there. I don't even like to hear. That man sitting down there, he calls himself commissioner, he's sitting down there, telling you, say, I will not use a play, I will not use a play, use a play. Then you sit down there and you allow him to be a commissioner that will sit in peace to do that nonsense. Listen to their pa Joseph Boakai recently talking about the issue of mob violence. That reckless papa that they call Joseph Boakai talking about mob violence, and Joseph Boakai came to this truth on the strength of mob violence. They kill people in Lofa County, mob violence. They kill people right here, and Unity Party people. They kill people right here. Let me say, Gardnersville, mob violence. Queen Johnson and kill somebody again, mob violent, mob violent, mob violent. In fact, the people who were arrested by the police, they were all released on the instruction of Joseph Boakai because he is saying, oh, there's that. We can play something like I want to call. We can't get about that Nimba election. That's not my issue for now. But what they did in Nimba County is a test for us to know what they are capable of doing, that they will never give us peace in this country. And watch out. This Supreme Court opinion, they will never give you peace. They will never allow the court's voice to be heard in the opinion that coming up. Y'all watch it, and we here. Y'all watch it. Y'all come and see for yourself. They will never respect the court's decision. We here. Y'all will see it. I am telling you people exactly what it is. They will never ever respect the court's decision. They will not. There is the Joseph Boakai man. These people are cheaters. They are liars. They are rogues. And that's exactly what they did in 2023. They keep stealing elections. I'm coming to show you. I'm coming to show you the Joseph Boakai man. Joseph Boakai. It can't go sit down. I don't know what play when sit down. Right? That is stuff. This I want to show you Joseph Boakai. Either go sit down to I don't know where talking about. Okay, listen to him.
Don't say the people are too corrupt and the court too slow, so I will take the law into my own hands. There are ways to access justice.
So yes, here are the. In fact, first of all, what they did there, and God beat them that day. The one they did a program sheet, they want to propose agenda inside the program sheet. Oh, yeah, they didn't see that one. Okay, let me show it to you before I can get to this one. Okay, there is a program sheet, right? There is a program sheet. Let me share it with you. So I'm about to share this program sheet with you so that you see it. Good. Let me share it with you. Okay. So there is a program sheet. This about the UNDP, right? They came out about blah, 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 here and there, right? So they wrote this, and then they put that, they said the UNDP, global blah, blah, development, they said UNDP has been working in Liberia since 1977 in peace and in crisis time. UNDP is committed to helping Liberia achieve the sustainable development goals as well as the country's national development priorities are set out. That means UNDP is willing, you have always been there, the SDG goals as well as supporting the country's national development priorities are set out in the what? Its newest pro development agenda. The pro inside. Because these programs and things then were programs that the CDC had ever since. George, we were not running the country thinking about that you were not going to be president beyond 2023. No. So his men were serving the state. They were not focused on now the Unity Party people who come to power now, what they call it, and they're stealing and they're destroying the country. You see, that's why there will be no development. Because the country now what will be happening as of July going forward, the country will just chakla. No development will come in the country. All will suffer. Already everyone was suffering. What in there? I was talking about one of my sisters, she can sell food. She said, no food. She said, they're not doing anything or whatever it is. So nobody enjoying already. So what is the essence? Let everybody just suffer. What the enjoyment in the country for which you want for the country for to allow Joseph Boakai then to do what they want to do? What is the enjoyment you get in this country? Everybody must just suffer one time. If government officials stop going to work, they're not getting money, they are cheering, everybody just sit down one time. Let everybody sit down. That's the best thing to happen. Because these people, what they are doing, they are destroying the peace and stability of this country. Why when one group of people sit down and say that only they want to be participating in politics? The rest of the other people, there should be no opposition working in government and participating in politics. Is that not bad? There is their Joseph Boakai. They are
caught with the prosecutor, but don't say the people are too corrupt and the court too slow, so I will take the law into my own hands. There are ways to access justice.
So you hear him? He said, don't say the people too corrupt and there's that. Don't just be talking like that. You won't get fat to it. Joseph Boakai that used to just wake up and open his mouth and just spew out gibberish and just start talking about how Joe we are then stealing, the looting this country. That nonsense that used to be coming from Joseph Boakai mob. And now he the one here telling people are anti-mob, because those are mob. Those are things that lead to mob violence. When people take laws into their own hands and they just assume that this is what's happening, and they now lead them to act, and it starts from the accusation.
And the court too slow, so I will take the law into my own hands. There are ways to access justice if you have a problem. If you need law from Liberia, take your hand from inside this mob justice business, engage the legal system, and have a little faith. We know there are challenges, but when you use the voice to speak against the bad things, it can be worked when you stand up. So I will take the law into my own hands. There are prosecutors, but don't say the people are too corrupt and the court too slow. So I will take the law into my own hands.
Joseph Boakai is saying that we shouldn't say the people are corrupt and the court slow, so we'll take the laws in our own hands. And what Joseph Boakai said? You ask the Joseph Boakai Pape. Does Joseph Boakai not understand within himself that he has taken several laws in his own hand in this country and say the country that he farm and he can take it and do whatever he wants to do with it? The very court that he wants for people to respect and don't engage themselves into more violence, how much respect has he paid to the very court? The court is coming up tomorrow again. The thing that can bring more violence than what Joseph Boakai can be doing. Because more violence is not only when the court is not acting, it's when the court acts but the executive refuses to back the court's action. It can also lead to more violence. Because the court and the executive, look, the judiciary and the executive needs to work together intensely. Because the executive is the enforcement power of the court's mandate. The court does not have any teeth to just bite. No, they will just back. But it is the executive that gave them that power. The thing you can be seeing at the lower courts, where you see Sherry, at the Supreme Court, the bailiff. The person who there that they can call bailiff, that marshal. You know that marshal that who? That general. That general, you know what the general comes from? The general comes from the AFL. And who is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia? The executive. You see there? You see this court's coordination? It is the marshal. The marshal, the AFL general, the AFL general, brigadier general. That brigadier general can be marshal at the Supreme Court with the justices. That who controlling them? Who is the chief of staff of the armed forces of Liberia? The president. So let's understand that the president walks up, and there are cases that we even did. The president decided to be reckless and rude, and the Supreme Court sent a mandate and told the marshal to go effect an order. And the president comes out and miss that marshal there. And the president tells the marshal, the president is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. The president tells the marshal, in fact, in the first place, the marshal will salute the president as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces of Liberia. And the president, as commander-in-chief, will order the marshal, say, stand down. The only thing that the court will go do is to just protest and say, we're not working again. The way Joseph Boakai reckless like this, where he does not respect the court system. They hear the one here talking about, they don't say the court is slow or this, that, and take the law into your own hand. This, that. No, it is not just the court. It is the executive that leading to some of these things. Most of the anger and mob justice you see is not caused by the courts. It's caused by how the police behave. It's caused by how the AFL. It's caused by the security people living with the people in the community. They ain't got nothing to do with courts. Because they believe that the guys who are dealing with them and treating them that way believe that they got the power. And they are executing the powers, and that is affecting them strongly. So as a result of that, they will take matter into their own hands. You know that they're not able to go to the court. But if they go to the court and the court says, okay, this is XYZ, and the executive is not willing to enforce it, what happens? We need to be very, very careful. The events of Nimba County, it only tells you where these people are willing to go at any length. They're not willing. They don't take the country, they think they own the country. They think they own this country. And you saw people passing around spending money all over. Yeah. You think the country not get money? No. But they took it onto themselves. And they use it when and how they want to use it. They don't get time for you. So if you think you're sitting down to wait and be hungry and wait for these people, you will die waiting. Sit down and wait. Sit in your community, let one crazy commissioner wake up and tell you, say, oh, they think are here for the children to be what they call it. The person not using it again. You allow that commissioner to prevail. You allow it. If you're not start standing for your rights, this is what will happen. You got to know it. The lessons learned from the Nimba County by-election, it only tells you that these guys are desperate and they will do anything. You don't have time. The guys care about human being? No. Just sit down there and be what they call, you'll be passing around, you'll be acting like, oh, I just and this, that. We'll sit down, we'll be keeping our head and or this, that, here and there. Just sit down there. Just sit down and watch out. Just sit there and allow things to work up the way the guys are planning it. And me, I will just talk my own. But with God, all things are possible. So, yeah, Invisible Pack, sorry. That Invisible Pack, they denied the not PHP, the Invisible Pack. That what they denied the president. So you sit there, let these people be doing things. We have what they call we are. No. Look, you get your own responsibility, you get your own life to live. We have may choose today to say, look, I want to leave and I don't want to be involved with anything, and then what will happen to you? You will allow these people to do what they're doing? No. You get your life to live. And we will not tell you to go do anything to look. Everyone have their own rights, and we will not infringe on a right of yours. The exercising of your right is not the business of President Weah to wake up and infringe on our right. We are ready to stand up for yourself. Weah can only speak to anything that falls within his purview as a person. Right? So let's take, for instance, under the canopy of the CDC that he heads as a person. Then the CDC comes up with doing that. Weah is able to exercise leadership there and say, no, we can't go that route. Because I can't lead people. No. But if the people decided to lead themselves their own way, I can't equally infringe on their rights. And in fact, the best thing we will ever do is to have a kind of negotiate. He can tell you, say, don't do the one. We are able to tell CDC as a party and tell people under the canopy of the CDC to say, look, we can't do this as this, that. I will talk with the National Executive Committee. We'll cancel this thing. We can't do the one. That one is possible. Right? But where individual, because before you could become a partisan, you are a Liberian citizen. So partisanship is secondary. The primary alignment you have, the primary status you have as a person that can never be taken away from you, and nobody can tell you to do anything with, is your citizenship. Before your partisanship, your citizenship. You can give away that partisanship. You can't give away your citizenship easily. Why you are staying in Liberia? Maybe you denounce it when you travel to other countries and you want it. But you can't be in Liberia here, then you say, I'm not citizen of Liberia again. No. To the extent that some of you have dual citizenship, right? Yeah, you have dual citizenship. But you can still come here and be passing around as citizen here and there, because that is one thing you hold forever. It can be taken away from you. Nobody can take it away from you. You can't be denied that. So we will not. So you'll get your life to live. You'll sit there and think that, oh no, we will not organize anything under his banner as citizens and say, I will put seditions out there. Because when he speaks as a leader, it's a mandate that may be coming from the party's perspective. So that the way he rallying people for the due payment, right? Those are things that, yes. So he can't be there to say, look, he's going to tell you, say, you'll do this here and there. But when the CDC wants to take an action as a party, they will own that. But until they can come, you are a citizen. You can keep suffering in your communities. Me, in my own way, I've drawn line ever since with friends in the Unity Party. I've drawn line ever since. For the sake of this country, I don't care about who calls me where or who want to be friendly with me. I don't care about that. I've drawn my line, and my line I drew is not on party lines. I'm here as a citizen of this republic, and I believe the way people treating other citizens are not right. I have that right in my own strength to advocate on behalf of them. What are you doing? That my own they are doing here. So what is your own role that you're doing? What is your own thing that you're doing? And when you come there, that will back you up. Anything you want to do in your community to do, put in your do it to them, will back you up. Because the idea is, the fact of the matter is, you recognize that you people are all citizens. Forget about the party business. You people are all citizens. You have entitlement to this state. Any attempt to deny you that, where do they expect you to go? Also, you should sit down for whole 6 years to wait. You can't. You can't wait for that. You can look, there are things you can take, and there are things that you can't take. These are things that you should know, and I expect that you will know it. The events of Nimba County, and I keep saying it, too terrible for our country. Those are bad signs. So, thank you so much, my brother. There are people really complaining. So, the whole thing about denying we are the Invisible Park. Can you imagine Invisible Park? That was the first park he ever built. Name it after people. Yeah, there. People get their own sports corner and thing in there. Name after them. That is on Monday that is sent all across that no CDC program will go on any CDC constructed facility. Then you're sitting down there, you're aligning it, and it happening. That one ain't got nothing to do with we are. That one are your community thing, and when we are went there to go do it and say it for the community. That you're a for. We are not saying for CDC. We are not saying for Unity Party. They say that community thing. So if y'all want to use it, and one commissioner work out with, hey, whatever it is, or one, whatever, y'all know what to do. They say the child who said the man will not sleep, he too will not sleep, right? But you're gonna be a line. The child. Yeah. Anyway, let's get to the lines and interact with your callers. Nimba County case study. You look at what happened in Nimba County 2029. You'll learn what will happen in Nimba County. You'll learn. It's either something terrible will happen. Currently, as we speak, only one group of people can talk about politics while working in government. The Unity Party people, they are free to talk about politics while working in government. And that is bad. You can't continue that. You don't want to continue that. You got to put a stop to it. And you must do something to put stop to it. And thanks to Mobile Molu and team, I support them 100%. And I'm saying it. You just sit here, they want to call you lie, people to be acting, they can do whatever it is. You sit there. Me, you know me, I'm always scared of them, right? And you can say, oh, we can be scared for you. Okay, I'm not scared. I'm doing what I'm doing. What thing you're doing to say you're not scared too now? Because all the things you can be talking, every day I say I'm not scared. I will do what I'm doing. God will provide my protection. God will provide for me. God will do the protection. And I'm doing it. I'm doing it strong. I'm not scared. That I seen bravery. When you say teach your light, that the same bravery I want to enter inside you're going to do the same thing you're doing in your community then for your rights. You're not hurting anybody. You're not hating on anybody. You are just going to have engagement with them and tell them, say, if this does not happen, this one will not happen. Finish. The whole community here. You know, we be in community there, man. You know, people that all when we're in community, then will get ready to rally. People will tell you, say, when you block the player, nothing will happen here. So now the government will kind of negotiate with the community. Because the thing for us, before you even pass through, you got to negotiate with us. They tell you, say, government. So let's say, for instance, the government want to bring people here and say they want to develop the area. And the government does not call the community people to talk to them. And the very person you bring in there as a government to come sit down, they're coming to sit down with the community people. And the community people say, okay, hey, you say you come and force the man in the community for him to sit down here with all as a government. We agree. Let the man can sit down. When the man sit down here, we can't guarantee his security because you must bring security to protect him. Because the idea we the community people will not allow him to live in peace. That's why the government will always have to negotiate. When you see the government, they say, oh, the government paying people off, the government paying people before they can break down their houses. Though you can even be on the government road or whatever it is, and nothing in there. What they call government coming to you, government will talk to you and tell you, say this, that they will talk to you peacefully because they know that you are a citizen and you are also part of the government. That's why it is. The Nimba election, whatever the result is, whoever wins, I'm more interested in the terrible things that happen in Nimba County that speaks to what appears to be a dark cloud that hangs over 2029. If this is happening now, there is no reason why we should wait for 2029. If this cannot stop now, if you can't stop, the only time you can stop, you must stop anything now so that you can be guaranteed that 2029 will be in peace. If you can't stop anything now, how are you guaranteed that 2029 will be peaceful for you to go participate in? If you can't stop the nonsense that are going on now, how can you get a guaranteed? For us to go there, there must be sanity. And that sanity must start now. We're not going to wait. What are you doing in your community to put senses into these people's heads? So that they get to know that you are equally a citizen of this country. That they are the government and you are also part of the government if they are a government. If they are a party, then you are not part of it. So if they decide to treat you, you are it is a party that is running and not a government they are running, then tell them that you got to run this country like a government and not like a party. Because the idea, if you are running like a party, will treat you like a party. What do? Partisans are opposing to each other, right? So if you run this country like a party, we'll treat you like a party. But if you run this country like a government, we will treat you like a government because we owe it to our government. So we respect our government. You can't bring your party ideology and put it on us. It can't work. We are not in your party. So you can't force us to live up to your party thing. We are only government members. That's all. Simple thing. What are you here for? Let's get to the lines interact with you right here on this very day. We are certainly getting there, and with God, all things are possible. Right? Yeah. So let's see how it works out. Yeah. So this is what it is. We think for sure with God, all things are possible. Let's get to the lines interact with you. Our callers right here tonight. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah,
Yeah, let's hear from you quickly.
yeah, even there's the ball about that journey from point 4 to be a dog in Zimbabwe.
Man, lucky always. Go ahead.
Thank you, Ivan. Ivan, let me tell you today, let me be real, let me admit, for me, I don't know book. Let me admit, public, you know, we are admitted before you say enough in high school. And then we went back before obtaining a degree. And let me admit, publicly that for me, I don't know book, but it's your life, but I guess since through the grace of your life, through the grace of God into your life, it made me today, I guess sense. Let me take the man way back. In that country, one of the men who noticed of for the sake of peace, that we are. I'm not being disrespectful to our president because I know he's our president. But let me tell you something. It is not good for you to allow your friend to take your kindness for your weakness. Even if you are taking it serious to this year, don't never allow your friend to take your kindness for weakness. And let me be bold today. I own record to the line. President Joseph Nimba County will win the election. Whatever the clear he told in a place, he said, as for him, he went to dance with the devil. You got me to the line? So we was clear to all our president towards it, as for him, and he will be to the same place. So Waka will win the election. You go all you cannot feel like either will win the election by vote, but Waka will win it. I'm telling you tonight, and to the line, if it comes to the night, Waka will even want to do the same. Because President, we are allow us our kindness, the people are taking our kindness for our weakness. You get me to the line? And no, there's no disrespect to my president because he is my president, he's my only hope. For sometimes the Bible says we should say the truth because the truth will always set us free.
Okay.
I want to get me to that. I want to get you what I said because you is my teacher. I learn it from you. So everything you put in my head, I want operating on tonight. And I'm very blunt, I'm very bold to the line. Either will win the election, but Joseph Waka, because he told that he's willing to deal with what, as for anybody can do anything to the life, he's still willing to bust, he's willing to scrape you naked. Because he said, because of and the Bible told the Bible said, for the love of money, for the love of power, is the root of evil. And that's the kind of president who had this kind of run to the life. But let me say that the program was saying, anything that you know does, the commander can feel it with. For President, we are he told us, as for him, here, Jesus, Abraham, and all of them together. So for that reason, you know, for them, I want to
Raska, thank you for your contribution. I'm talking about you doing, and you still calling We Are's name. What are you doing in your community? We Are is not there. What are you doing in your community? Hello, what are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah?
Yeah, but Ebi, I come here.
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, my name is Fanny Kadi, 1 million We Are follower of Abraham Cousin.
Let's hear from you, Mr. Kadi.
Yeah. Yeah, bro, Ebi, you see the thing that you are talking is very terrible. And I want to tell you this. These people that will not gather and stand up in the various community, then the same thing that they're doing Nimba, it will go up to 2029.
Oh.
Yeah. So now we, the community dweller, that we got to stand up. We stand up against the people. Because when we say we should wait until 2029, terrible thing will happen in this country.
You're right.
Let me tell President Weah that you see the reason why Unity Party people doing this, they're the people that will live in the community. The people that can say, oh, we'll do something, what the President Weah will do? He will just say, I will live here for peace. And I listened to a certain documentary. That documentary educated me that he said that don't never ever let your weakness. If you say you're somebody, your friend is, don't never ever let that person to know your weakness, because when he know your weakness, they say your enemy will use that weakness against you. Yeah. When you want to do something, keep it to yourself. Don't can't say I will do this, because when you not do it, meaning you are a liar. That the documentary tell me this. So I want to tell President Weah, every time Lord is for peace. Yeah, when the person shopping against the war, there's no way for you to do. You say you got to return back. So thank you for your topic on that discussion.
Thanks for your contribution, my brother. Hello, how you doing? Let's get on. Hello, how you doing?
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, this is Edmond Carter, the Healing Fair College.
Yeah.
The fire to deliver. Maybe you are right, because that aspect of the night we are talking about, how do you get there? You have to prepare yourself now before getting to 2029. Okay? When the thing is you taking your stand, you're supposed to go to a commissioner that you want to use, or one of the part that will be built by the president or George Manowia, and then you want to pay a use it. And someone else give you the reason why you cannot use it at that particular time. You just blame the tell you say you can't use it. Then you go can't complain. Why you can't complain? Why are people together? Force yourself go use it. That's the only way they will come to themselves. Because mind you, everything that happens, people always say this, or anything that happens, you will accept it for easy, you will accept it for this. And this is the reason why this one, a culture with them when you come, when we talk about the Funati Kofa issue. Actually, what thinking say, when they were going to start that thing, but we are going to call Funati Kofa on the side, my man. Get the people move on, let them move on. That's what they were thinking on. But this time around, the shallow air, it didn't reach into that throat, and then hardly into that throat, they don't know what to do about it. So that is how we should be able to do it. But let's start pushing them right now, so that when we are pushing the 2029, they will know that men are moving into 2029. Because this is what I said the last time, that our party is prepared. Now, because getting you to the are going to be taking charge. Nobody going to try that thing on us. No. If we go into our district, we are going to be in our district. Anyone cannot see to my vote in his district. He is going to be in charge to kill somebody or to stand for somebody to be able to mark our vote, to be able to take care of our vote. Because that thing not going to happen. Okay? So you only the thing that happening in Nimba County. Is that what they're going to do in Bon County? Is that what you're going to be capable to do in Maggie County? No! Prostitution, realize yourself, you can want to do it, what you doing is doing it, then you're not getting the popular money of the people. Okay, look at it, where votes are coming from. So then let's stand up for ourselves. Don't stand up and show to our president that yes, we are behind you. Not every day you should come out to talk, but we should be able to take, to make sure our right is our right. That's the only way we can clearly move into 2029 and make sure we become victorious. So thank you for that education, and I will take you from there and lay the quality and start pushing because we are too much. It's a problem. So we have to anything we should do something for
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Hello, how you doing? Yeah, how you doing, man? Yeah.
Election, they want cheat. According to time, so I was when I'm having.
But our election, we I knew you were going to be cheating something. If I saw police people everywhere around there,
yeah,
here for nothing.
No, cheat. Before.
Go ahead. Hello. Wow, I'm sorry. You can call back, please. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, hello. How you doing? I'm doing fine.
So if the election me, I know that wow was coming happen there. Either will win the election, but they will wait for her. Ready? Because they should support that man. They man what we call him president in this country. So support is wicked man. He know he already finished setting there before he go in Ghana. So you can tell me say they happy election, by election in your country. They get bully to come out tomorrow on the court. Then you need everything inside the summer you say you go in Ghana. Why you go to in Ghana? So you not get say when you go in, when you come in a friend country, I know that shame, black dog make that man say he get him. They find they can be looking at him. When he think he said that he found it, the demon that he's dealing with, and the demon he find they can be looking at him. Because he has shown to God that he a wicked man. So a wicked man. Joseph Bata said somebody from Nimba County. He brought them in Morocco to pay house for him. My older sister married to that man. That man got taken to Joseph Bata. Not able to send that man to hospital. That man died. That the man family have to come to the man for your encouraging in Nimba County. The children, my sister born for that man. So they all are children thanking on my sister. Joseph Bata get listed there. The man born of water and put me on that child. But today, Joseph Bata did actually never will have made only say he want to look at it to buy his things there. So that man are evil men are wicked men. Thank you, Papa.
Thanks, man, for your contribution, man. Let me get on to the next caller. What are you doing?
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah, our teacher.
Yeah, man.
Thank you for your teaching, pa. Thank you. SVC.
All right, man.
Yeah, about Nimba. I knew that cheating was going to go on in Nimba. So if anything that happened there, well I say, but we don't know it now that 2020 now, what will happen like it is telling also. And Gemako to sometimes God do things for the best. Gemako showing himself to the Nimbanians. So 2020 now, they will know what to do, Papa. Thank you for affording me the time.
All right, Mama. Thank you so much for everything. And you guys are doing, we appreciate you guys so much. And what are you doing?
Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, hello, let's hear from you. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Lincoln Muslim.
Okay, Lincoln.
I don't even go Barnabas.
All right, Lincoln, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, it is a good friend. The way things are proceeding, we are himself. We are seeing things that are happening now. It's politics. We have to not be thinking about putting Bible in honor and the way the people proceeding. Let's see. It is something on point on now. You see the people. You see how the people use the police or war in place. Then we are in war time. You see that happening in Nimba? I was just told that even to put that to that side,
yeah,
they never allow any individual to campaign there.
You're right.
And when they go to the ballot box, you know what they do? I think that they know he's going for Puka. So what they do is they have a far ballot boxes and give you vote.
You're right. You're right.
That's what happening there.
You're right.
So how will the woman win? It's very difficult.
You're right.
So these are things that they are testing what will happen in 2029. And you and other people.
But waiting for it to happen, that's why I get it now. We can't wait until that time. There must be a message now sent to these people that you must govern to lead us to that path. Yeah.
The citizens should be able to take this to their hand. They should not wait for we have to come and tell you, say, I want to on my face. One time I told people, I said, it better we are leave this country and go to that. We should not have it.
Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Hello, how are you doing? Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yeah, this P. I'm calling from Minneapolis.
Okay.
Eddie, you said something right. It's true. It's true that I don't want to say the people, we have to stand for our right. But you know, everywhere the war over, right? That's why every institution have the leader, the captain. If the captain of the football team is not showing that leadership, it weakens the players, right? And I would say that like the focus Sabu Raska.
Yeah.
No, don't call spirit, man. We don't win or like a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm not here for that thing that brother. Look, they put a lot of disrespect, we are and keep putting your head in the name of Nobel Peace Prize. Not because any Johnny carry water Liberia, any win Nobel Peace Prize, you win Nobel Peace Prize. Any the people who brought any to Liberia destroy Liberia, and the people who control the Nobel Peace Prize. So not because any win Nobel Peace Prize, you win it. This country here, look, for me, every day, in America, or every day, I see my coin going down the drain. I want my grandchildren, my great-grandchildren to enjoy our country. I don't want to be in America and just want to live a living cool life. If I want to live a very cool life, I'm going to live in Liberia because they're my mother and father from here. I don't happen to be in America to say I'm living cool life in America. Yeah, no. Okay? I should see that Liberian child going to another country to live cool life.
So we are going to say our leader to stay in like this. Let's stay aside. But we can keep on peace. And put your free political value of our country, put our country behind. We never fall for you get called about in the country. We don't affect people. We have to push you move. You don't know the program move. The police want to inspire them, to motivate them. Not peace fast. Anyone want to let people go to the problem. Who support telling them to laboratory war? They want to control the peace fast. So not because you want there, you will not people. Tell you we are.
All right.
The
issue there is, my brother. You see, I want to agree with you, but it's partly because the fact of the matter there is you follow the election result after the election result were announced. You follow that?
Yes, I follow it.
2023.
Okay,
good. So you saw the United. No, I'm coming. Yeah, I'm coming. You saw the United Party people. They were visiting people whom it was not Bwaka that told them to do it, but they felt that these people
let me tell you.
Where?
You never find people that are motivated because what Bwaka said. That's all. Also, there will be no one here. The people will not tell me. You know, the we are saying, look, when I tell no one knows what they do, only thing, step and say, you never find people. All right.
Leo, thank you so much, Leo. I appreciate that. I appreciate your call. Thank you so much, my brother. Everything you said, appreciate it. And let me get on to this caller. Hello, how are you doing? Hello. Wow, you sticked on. I don't know why, but again, I'm trying to get to you. We are getting there. Hello, how are you doing? Am I getting the hello? Okay. All right, sorry about that. Let me get on to the next caller. Hello, how are you doing?
Yes, hello, the teacher line.
Yeah, let's hear from you.
Yes, I'm going to slope in it, my name. May I teach in Electoral Johnson. The man said it all. Boyka is who will do the work. That's the reason you see who is just last week, he just in Nimba giving money to people. So how they were not cheating with others. So
you're breaking in, my brother.
Yes, hello?
Yeah, go on.
So we have to stay strong for the 2029. Seriously. The people, if some of the people is trying to make president to come from Nimba County.
All right, so let me get on to the next caller. Sorry about that. Yeah. Hello, how are you doing? Hello? The next caller. Let me see here. What do we do? The network is a serious challenge here tonight. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah?
Yeah, how will you do?
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear from you.
My name is Mohamed Fofana.
Yeah, Fofana, let's hear from you.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead, Mohamed.
No, I will be. Let me be there and tell you. You see, I don't want people to be enjoy we are need.
No.
People, we need to come together and
do something. Let Joe, we are going to tell you, say stop, then you can blame him. But you don't do anything. What are you doing? Yeah. I want to say.
People, Mama, they not happy. That's why you say no. This is Guinea. I'm lazy Guinea. I'm even lazy. How do
I'm talking business. We can't take action at the president. But you can see some of them say, "It be really brave." The scale. The thing I can be doing, I can say that it be really brave. That kind of scale. What kind of prayer brave? What thing I ready to hear that looking at bravery say? And I mean, do anything you say, I won't do anything brave.
Me, the man I get from me, Kamajo, Apai Kamajo, before they were there.
That's another issue. The point what I call. I don't know. I'm going to say that the be there. Somebody else in the country. What are you complaining? when you're supposed to take action. You think the American people down there, they get nonsense from people? The people get ready, they want to stop something. One day they will go in the street. They tell they got ready, they say police people, yeah, killing black people, yeah, and there. They just got ready, they join the street, they say Black Lives Matter. They took the entire streets. You think the people get that? You think that democratic movement they were on there? In America, I'm talking it. In America, when they just got ready, they say policemen on people's neck. You heard partisan part of that thing? No, it was citizen movement. They decided on their own to say we'll stop the thing. You think when it comes to that kind of thing, you proper party politics, Brian? No. Hello, how you doing? We are
thank you for having me.
Yeah, go ahead, ask George Boy Solo. Let's hear from you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Thank you for the show. That conspiracy, I agree with the brother that called you from Minnesota. Let me tell you, and I'll give you the example today. When APC captured Grand Bassa and Sano,
you don't bring your labyrinth in here.
No, I'll give you an example, brother. I just want to give you one example. Okay. And the example that they told when they captured the Sano port and Buchanan port, and the guys told John Bode there was a ship filled with log in it that they should sell the log, and John Bode said that the Liberian people resources will not do nothing with it. Okay. And they bent behind him, he refused. But guess what? When Taylor recaptured the era, they sold all the log. And the people actually said was the Liberian people resources. What happened to that? After they selling the log gone. Okay. So what about it? So what I'm trying to say is that every time we say, like you said, let her leave it, let her leave it, let her leave it, let her leave it. Oh, they want to have, I want you. At the end of the day, you will be leaving it until today that is sitting and making chicken and get it. You will go at the end of the day, we will begin to suffer. Baby, we sat in that military barrier. We had 2 rebel groups attacking on a daily basis. You know what we used to repel those rebel groups from both NPFL and the INPFL? No. It was strategy. We had a standing king, we had no ammunition. And it was close on all. What we did was, we had to put ourselves together and group ourselves together. Those are having cutlasses, those are having no drums. The people that had a weapon that would fire, then we using the drum. We just beat the boom, like rocket. Then NPFL minister running. We use them, we continue there until the war came to an end. One thing we had over there, Roosevelt Johnson, the BDC barrier, nothing was there. God came first, but the resilience we had, that was confronted the dictator and the Prince Johnson, even up to the April 6th, it was the same thing again. So we got to stand up and not sit there, just look at our country going like this. We were following what happened in Nimba County. It's terrible. But I can tell you, AB, 2029, when it call for some of our life to live there, we will live our life there because we will not take that nonsense that we saw in Nimba County that happened. John, we have a president, he never treated the people like that. You're right. We gave you the opportunity. They don't begin a senator, and Boacha begin senator. You have many people from the CPP. We had the opportunity to say we denied them of not being senator in our country, but George, we had never did it. He gave the people the right to vote. And I listened to my Ide Congo word today. She said this is the first time in her whole life since she was born to see the election the way it's going in Nimba, where you had a set.
So
putting president, they got money in cap and giving to people, telling them who to vote for. Police people depriving people from voting and depriving election observer and all of those things. This is the first time she see in her life. So it must just be Nimba. It must just be Nimba, my brother. 2029, you must tie your waist because we ourselves will coming with everything. Everything you have, we coming with it and we'll be prepared.
I like that.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Boy Solo. We appreciate that, my brother. This is our country. We have to put everything up. And the bravery I want you people to gain is that, look, some of us, where we are today, the reason we are not being overlooked and we see other people get respect for us is because we are brave. We are courageous enough. It is that courage that we want you to get. That's the only way you can progress. That's the only way you can progress. This thing is about you. You have to make the moves. You have to do your own thing. Move the move. In America and where other countries, you don't want to put a political face to these kind of movements. The political face will come in. You can say you're moving on as citizen. Then you don't expect for CDC to release a statement of other support or something. That's when now you will see the leader speaking and say, look, give the people their chance, let them do XYZ, blah, blah, blah. The show of support. That's what it is. When the people decided for their Black Lives Matter movement, it was not Democrats that were having it. It was not Republicans that were having it. But you have politicians who were from both. They were now joining the people because they believe that was an issue about the country. At that point, people will join in. But you can't make the people the front liner. Why are you saying that? No. Before you could want to go, why we are want to disappoint you? Let agree now that we are want to disappoint you and say, I don't care about the country anymore. That's how you allow your country to be. Because we are giving on the country. So you yourself, you give on yourself. You better stand up and do something for yourself. That's your own. So I'm here for that thing. Maybe that we are basing that you doing it for us. You don't even get sense. Because you don't get sense in this country. That's why you can say, Eddie, that's why we are basing you doing all of these things for us. And that's why we are for myself. The day we are leading the stage and whatever it is, and whatever, I will still have to fight for my country. And that's what I'm doing. So if you think you into this, because no, we are is that leader that you're passing through to achieve what you want to achieve because he's a leader. But it's not about him. It's not for him. Right? So you got to know what you are in this thing for. Then you're sitting down there, you're doing all of those things, you're sitting down there the whole day. Yeah, watch it, you'll see. I was telling you, man, come sit down. Why are you going to be passing around, be suffering, you're being poverty and passing around, picking for money. What are you doing?
Yeah, Abi, how you doing?
Yeah, Musa, let's hear from you, please.
Yeah, Abi, first of all, I'll say thank you for your stand and whatever you're doing for the Liberian people. Abi, this election is setting the stage that we get prepared and get more stronger and brave. And you know, Abi, let me say this. Before 2029, we will ask President whether you want to be president or you don't want to be president. He has to decide.
Yeah.
Yes. He has to decide and tell us if we will find a different political leader, let us find a different political leader and he can stand aside and just give his support. Because you know why? The same way United Party will take it with left hand, we take it with left hand. If they take it with right hand, we take it. No, we able to engage police in our country.
Election, that's still the election business you're talking about now. You're going to force yourself to check it?
Yes.
You going to check the election?
So Abi, what we're saying is that, look, let me tell you something, Abi. That thing would not allow it to happen. And we never allow that. Why we ask President, whether you want to be president for Liberia. You see, look, Abi, we can't be intimidated. Liberia need to stand up, like you always said. It don't have to be political party. Look, if Liberians stand, one community stand up and say, look, let the police come and shoot all the tear gas, that Gregor Como bring all the armed men and stand up, Gregor Como will stop that nonsense he's doing. But you know why? When the people come with one tear gas, trying to shoot a boom, you run away, go to your house. Who can be down for people? What we're going to do in Liberia, it will be an example that Gregor Como and his president and his lives will know one day that Liberia is not for him, Gregor Como. It's for all Liberia. Because you know what, Eddie? All United Parties you talk to here in America, they will tell you, say, my man, and that job we are. When the son of man ready to say, my man, for peace sake, he said, Mama, why we do? We take it, why we do? And that what they that's their boasting. They will always say that. Yes. He talk to them. And look, baby, this is our country. And that country, we cherish it, we love it, we got our properties there.
Protect it.
And nothing we're going to do to make sure to be there. We'll get it at all costs.
Get it. We'll protect
Thank
it.
you, Abi.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, did you lie?
Yeah, let's hear from you, please.
Please give me lemon to James Tabu Bata again.
No, I'm not saying let talk. Did that thing that you are doing? Man, they're looking at behavior now. All right. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Abi, good evening.
Yeah, let's hear from you, boss.
Even my name is Ishmael Kamara,
Yeah,
and I call you from Painesville tonight.
let's hear from you, boss.
So let me appreciate you for the program. You know, Ivy, I am a Christian and I believe in the Bible. Okay. So there's a provision or there's a scripture in the Bible, in the book of Proverbs. I love that scripture so much.
Why is that?
Proverbs 31, verse 8. The scripture says, open thy mouth, speak. Say, for the dumb in all such is appointed to destruction. So I think in my mind, this scripture applies to our current situation. Those guys decide to silence every one of us in the opposition because they know that they are doing things that are counterproductive. They know that they are now working in line with the tenets of democracy, and they don't want anyone to speak. But then they will accept to live by what they want, meaning we are going to be destroyed. And so I just want to call on the listening audience today that you have that we need to share the world, right? That we are the kind of people who are able to come out and present ourselves, right? As a group of people, or who will be able to, present the picture of our government, right? As it ought to be presented. Look, we don't need to throw stones. Gone are those days that we used to pick up, guns to go to the butchers. Gone are those days that we say, let's pick up stone and stone cars. Gone are those days that we say, let us break through winches of those glass buildings that have been erected for the past few years after our war. So we are not going to do those things, but we're going to come up and speak to national government on ills. On ills. And that the world can be able to tell them, because they'll be able to see our presence in our number. They'll be able to tell them, look, these things that you are doing, the people are seeing them, and they are conscious enough to it. So please stop. If they can't stop, they're going to meet up with the weight of the international community. Maybe they could deserve better.
But you don't even have to depend on international community kind of thing, because they don't want to go run there. Because the idea is you never know. These people, then when you want to jump on them, you jump on them. You don't have to get a chance. But anyway, thank you so much, brother.
We deserve better as a country, so we need to show that our democracy is protected. Thank you for having me tonight.
All right, thank you. I will get a word on bro. Pascal, let's hear from you quickly, please. Then I'll get a word on bro. Yeah.
Thank you, G. Thank you, big brother. So we are not deterred. We are focused. There are two kinds of Mano people. The stupid ones and the ones that are a little bit okay. Those stupid people are the ones in the queue.
They're leaders. Don't be calling them.
No. I'm not. That my choice of word. Sorry, I know you
didn't let me say yeah now.
So I apologize. I take it back. I take it back. Right. So it is not a normal thing to live in a country that's supposed to be normal, and you are not living. Let's be very honest. All of us supposed to live peacefully. Yes, I can be from CDC. It can be for Unity Party. When the government comes, they're supposed to test all of us. But when it's the essence of living, when you are not just living the way you're supposed to live.
You're right.
So this is a call to our people. Look, I said something to somebody all of day, and one of those days is on tomorrow. We are with the ruling, and again, as I'm leading, I said it's good to die peacefully than to live a peaceful life. I know you are seeing people say, I just want to die, or people have said that many times. That is, they get tired with the kind of conditions they're in, so they prefer to die peacefully. Look, these useless people in the government, and you see what say there, one useless old man and his group of useless people come to run out of the country. We will not do that. So that is Supreme Court rule tomorrow. And you think those foolish people here will come here and kill everybody and think we'll stay and watch here? That will see tomorrow. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Let me get a word on bro quickly, and then we can continue here. But we are getting there. I told you people two things may happen on Nimba County, right? The first one that happened. They rig the election. They will rig that election. That's the first thing. The next thing that will happen is on tomorrow. They will not accept the election. They will not accept the Supreme Court's ruling. Accept it. I'm telling your team. You know, I've been telling your team you can't want ticket. That's the problem with you people. Two things will happen. I told you, terrible things will happen in Nimba County. Why you doing?
Yeah, hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. Like, this is William Bro again.
Yeah, bro, let's hear from you.
You see, yeah, from the beginning of your discussion, you made a very important point. Yes, we observing the politics in Nimba, but the politics in Nimba will take a shape based on the margin of whosoever that will be between Cougar and Edith.
Mm-hmm.
That's the margin we're looking at from a political standpoint. Because the margin is something that you can use tomorrow as feature variable for political calculation.
You're right.
Yeah. So the issue shouldn't be about who win and who lost. Now, in real life, the election in Nimba, I can always tell people, the way the guys can play the politics in Nimba, I don't trust the Geo voters. Especially the way the current vice president ran a campaign, which anyone that is too tribalist will buy into that particular group will buy into that and vote massively for whosoever that coming from the trap. To say, oh, two Gio man or two Mano man can have the seat up. Those things are sentimental argument that play on gullible people. It's a sentimental argument politically that can play on gullible people. And when you look at the Geo voters, they are a little bit gullible in their quest of being highly patriotic to the trap. That can play. It's a very big thing that can play. It's not like people who really understand that, look, politics shouldn't be about our tribe, but it should be about who coming from our county that competent at this time and qualified and willing to do what we want. No, they won't look at it that way. They will look at it from that little big point, that little small point, that, oh no, that you and man, the other person will be this. So the election in a play has no bearing on 2029 in my mindset. What we have bearing on 2029 is the margin. Is the margin. So let us look at it from that point and let us prepare ourselves for anything that will come up, whether that Edith will be good, whether she lost, it will also be good. But what will be more good is what will be the margin that she will lose with, or what will be the margin that she will win with.
Okay.
That's what we should look at.
Okay.
Thank you, teacher Lai. And then look forward for the future.
We look forward for the future. I appreciate that. Let me get on to the next caller quickly. Hello, how are you doing?
Yeah, Ebi, good evening.
Good evening. Let's listen to you.
Ebi, this is David King, and I do join you from my Spend Hotel resident this evening, Ebi. Ebi, we are not deterred by whatever result that comes from Nimba County. But what this election will bring to we, the Liberian people that are interested in this election, is the figure that whoever be the one from the ruling establishment that they are thinking that they're going to win this election, and what the opposition candidate going to get. We're going to compare that with future election that will come. With the issue of the Supreme Court ruling, I know very well that the guys from the law violators, I call them, they will not adhere to anything from the Supreme Court, because the people are resolved to continue to violate the Constitution of the Republic, like Joseph Walker have always done. Okay, they say leader lead by example. Joseph Walker was the first person to start violating the very Constitution. So what do you expect from the other guy? Today, they got one man in Nimba County running for Senate. He's on record. He started on Spoon Network and said he's the rebel leader that orchestrated the removal of the speaker, Samuel Gongwe Koga. And the very government supporting rebel leaders who have brought total disregard to the rule of law in our country, and they are supporting them only because they are lawless people. Reckless and lawless people like Joseph Walker. A reckless old man living his life here, begging all over the place to even feed himself. He could not do that. Wear the old high, BP high suit, coat that he could wear, holding the hand. And you know, when he wears on, he feeling like some kind of Santa Claus. This man is not wearing designer suit. This man is not wearing good shoes. When he used to wear one night shoes, when even Joey told in real life. But the issue here we the Liberian people should be complacent of the fact that Joseph Boakai was never a leader when he served in the CVB. You saw the kind of confusion he brought. This is the kind of same confusion he has brought back to our country in presidency. So we should have just taken cue when young ability were in court. Joseph Boakai is standing in the dark, testifying against Cummings. We should have taken note from there to know that the old man is a confusionalist. He brought us in confusion in the government and he running. Okay. So we cannot expect anything from useless and regular Boakai who is leading this country. Thank you, Ebi.
All right. And that is it right here on this very day. And we are certainly getting there. And with God, all things are possible. Right here on this very day. We are certainly getting there. And you can certainly know that this is what it is. We can know that the election ain't there. And we think with God, all things are just clear that all the signs that point to electoral fraud took place. The changing of staff was on the eve of the election and so forth, getting police and military people, intimidating people into places where you will be afraid to even speak out. They deny people who are observers. They told them, say, since you are observer and then you didn't register here to vote, you can't be observer there. What is the issue about that? Those were all flimsy issues. I can be an observer. It doesn't matter. If I don't want to vote, you can force me. So if I didn't go there to vote, it doesn't matter. I'm not forced to be observer in a place I registered to vote. I can waive my right to vote because I want to be observer. You can say you will not vote there. No problem. But you tell them and say, oh, you registered, so you registered. What kind of foolishness is that? You could sense clearly that these things were all recipe for fraud. And they really executed it. But again, with God, all things are possible. Right? So let me see here. This is it. Hello, how you doing? Hello?
How you doing, my brother?
Yeah, fine. I mean, why you guys be doing it? How you can manage? What kind of human being in this country here? So I told you, I'm very uncompromising when it comes to this. Eh? I told you people, look, let me tell you people something before I close. This country, decent character then like people like us, you will not find them easily in this country. This country has been ratting from day one. What God has been doing in recent times to reshape this country. And to reshape this country, he's got to shake off these rotting potatoes. These rotting old men who have served in government for years. These rotting rogues, no thieves. He must take them off. And that is by far that. That's why we are seeing them today. And we are going to be very brutal on them. And whether they like it or not, we don't have time for them. And we can challenge them any day. Nothing they're able to do to us. Nothing, absolutely. Look, most of them, you will see them. What will happen to them? You will see it. All the terrible things they continue to do, hurting this country. And they think that they will go in peace? No, they will not. God has his way of dealing with these people to the extent that you will not see your involvement in it. When God ready to say you want to make these people unstable, there are things that God will do. If you want to use people, he will use people. When you want to use any other means, he will use any other means. God has several other ways to deal with people. I told you people terrible things were going to happen in Nimba. And I told you people tomorrow again, another thing is going to happen. You watch out. The first one is likely on its way to happen. The next one is on tomorrow. You watch out. We are getting there. And when I tell you these things, I can see the signs. I know exactly why it is. With God, all things are possible. I told you that I was just told that I could have gone to Nimba, right? I wanted to go to Nimba. But you know what was going to happen? They were ready to kill me. The guys are terrible. The guys, they are killers. They are murderers. But they are murdering things that they can do. They can't run pull it up because that the ballet will lay down. Anybody who can't serve me, you say you won't do your trash and thing, or you can't run. What you don't even know what thing will happen to you. But I've been challenging you every day. I challenge any one of you. You don't even know who you're dealing with. The people who know me and they don't already know me. The real people who know me from where I am and know my upbringing, they know that they don't want to know that they think they got talking here. So you know what they call. You're going to do more research on me at the time you will know. You come. That thing you're going to be doing, posting, oh, they want happen to AB, they want AB, what they call. You're going to try and see. You don't even know who you're dealing with. You're not seeing an ordinary person thought that the way I can talk in the country. Oh, so you must just know where I come from. You watch it. It's when I finish with you in the country, you will see yourself laying on one. And one of them are threatening and told them, say, you, I will come to your house. The year 2 I was joking. They saw me at their house. They didn't even know how I got there. And I just went there and warned the person. I told you, say, you know how I found your place? You know how I found this place? Or you don't even know how I found a place, right? I'm already here at your house, and I'm telling you, this is you, and I'm seeing the clothes you're wearing, where you sitting, what you doing. I just told you and say, I just want to tell you that anytime I can get you when I want to get you. I mean, I don't joke with people. When I tell you, say, I want to get you, I will get you. Any kind of way I want to get you, I will get you. Anytime I want to get you, I will get you. Anytime. It doesn't take time. I will get you. I don't have time to come be passing around doing all of these things. Anytime I want to get you, I will get you. It's very easy for me because I know how to get you. So you leave all of that thing, what they call the country will be straight. And always telling you, hey, whether you're lucky or not, the country will be straight. God is there and God will guide us all. So, folks, let us be grateful to the Almighty God. And let's wait until what comes up can come up. And we are watching to see what will come up in the last couple of nights here. But tomorrow, brace yourself for the Supreme Court's opinion that will be coming up on tomorrow. The Supreme Court's opinion that will be coming up on tomorrow. And wow. I have to sign into this to get what I want to get. Okay. Let me see here. There's something I have here. I want to see it before I leave. Yeah, I was just sent forth. And yeah, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it. Let me see. Yeah, we really need to get there. It's not easy. So we are certainly getting there with God. All things are possible. We will get there. Whether you like it or not, we will certainly get there. Mm-hmm. With God, all things are possible. And I always told you people will get there. I can say, oh, we're not getting there, we're not getting there. That. I don't want to be telling you that thing. We'll get there. Whether you like it or not, we'll get there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, very poor. Let me tell you that. You go ask what I want you to show you who to go ask about me. Because when I tell that man, no, you got my part there. And so when I tell you, so you go ask him, you will be scared. I want you to be scared. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. We'll get there. Don't worry. So that's something I want to get, and I hope to get it now as I speak. Then we move. We move. We are certainly getting there. With God, all things are possible. So don't worry yourself. You got to be very smart. Right? Yeah, you got to be very, very smart. Try again. Okay, so that's it. We are certainly getting there. I will try to get some of the results and so forth, and then we'll be able to get them to them. But I'm trying to struggle getting through with it. There are some they're sending me that's been sent me. Let me see whether we can get it done this way. Yeah, I want to see whether we can get it done this way. All right. I want to check on something quickly before I close. I beg you. I want to be sure about what I'm checking on before I close. In no time, we should be out of here. In no time, we should be out of here. Okay. What's this? With God, all things are possible. Yeah, I think I'm having a little challenge. All right, good. So I think I'm going to get it. So we'll get there. No time. With God, all things are possible. I want to get something. Somebody just share with me. Did I get it? Oh, gosh. This country. 4, 4, 2, 5. All right. So let me take this break, and we're going to be right back before I close. I beg you. Let me take this break quickly. We're going to be right back before I close. Yeah, on this quickly.
Yes.
Pee-wee?
Yes.
What all the happiness for now?
Yeah, man. The thing that making some of our friends in other countries can be building houses and sending their children to Google schools now come to Liberia, yeah?
What's that?
They got one Liberian company called Liberty Fortune.
Liberty Fortune?
Yes. This company bringing one game they call Liberty Fortune Scratch and Win game.
And how people can play this game?
Very easy. Buy their ticket and scratch the silver part on it. Just the same way you can do the scratch card. Then any money you see on it is for you. You can win different amount of money, all the way up to 10,000 USD.
So you mean when I buy the Liberty Fortune scratch card and build the silver part, any money there is for me?
Yes, and you only need just $1 USD or the same money LD to play and win.
But where I can get a Liberty scratch card from?
Go to the shops. Go to the boys who selling scratch cards and tell them that you want Liberty scratch card. Pay, scratch, and win. And then you take the winning card to their office at the Don's residence on 2nd Street, Topman Boulevard in Cinco for your money.
Pee-wee, thank you for this life-changing game. Liberty scratch card, we for it every day. Spend small money and win big money.
A message from Liberty Fortune LLC, the new game changer in Liberia. Oh yeah.
Ganta Medical and Eye Clinic, located at the Police Academy Junction in Painesville, is excited to bring you free healthcare services. Here are what we have in store for you.
Free blood pressure checks on the 2nd Saturday of every month. Free blood sugar test on the 3rd Saturday of every month. Please do not eat after 12 a.m. or midnight prior to your visit for the blood sugar test.
To ensure everyone is attended to effectively and efficiently, we will serve up to 50 persons for each of these services on a first-come, first-served basis, beginning at 8 in the morning.
On the 2nd and 3rd Saturdays of every month.
Your health is your wealth. Don't let silent killers like high blood pressure and high blood sugar take you by surprise. Early detection saves lives. So take charge of your health today for a stronger and healthier tomorrow.
Exclusive offer for your children under 5 years. Parents, this one is for you and the well-being of your precious jewel. The Ganta Medical and Eye Clinic offers free routine laboratory tests for children under the age of 5. Give your little ones the care they deserve with absolutely no cost to you. Regular health checks can detect issues early and keep your children thriving, because a healthy child is a happy child.
In addition to this, we offer medical, laboratory, and eye care services at the Ganta Medical and Eye Clinic 24 hours around the clock at affordable prices.
For more information on these services and more, kindly visit the Ganta Medical and Eye Clinic at the Police Academy Junction in Painesville, or call the following cell numbers: 0775 988 356, 0888 024 099, or 0776 930 576.
Your health is our priority. Together, we can build a healthier Liberia.
Okay, folks, that's all the time we've got tonight, right here on this very day. And until we are back here, God willing, I want to say go have a pleasant night. Let's look forward to getting the results that will come from Nimba County. But whichever way it goes, what we expected, what are the obvious outcome is what it is. And that is exactly why it is. The intimidation and everything that happened prior to the election, the eve of the election itself, these are all signs. Anything other than that, I will be surprised. So there is a right here. But tomorrow, brace yourself. The Supreme Court is going to come down with the long-awaited landmark verdict on the bit of information filed to determine who is who in terms of the legislative wahala that had always unfolded and has stirred this country. Here we are. Will Kofa win on tomorrow or Kun? The criminal Kun. All right, so I want to say thanks to you for everything. Until we are back here, do have a pleasant night, and let me wish you bye-bye.